guys? Kansas 97 still 171. Been a while since I did a trucking video. And as you can see, today we're doing point of view. Haven't done one of these for a while, and one of the reasons is that I haven't done one for a while, so I thought I'd do something different. And I found my GoPro. Found my GoPro. So I decided to do one today. I can only record for 30 minutes, so it's going to be a shorter one. Went to motorcycles today at Rochester Metals. So, beautiful day today, nice and bright and sunny. I just realized the windshield looks like shit. This will probably make it a little worse. Yeah, I moved to a new place and I haven't got the high-speed internet hooked up yet. So I've been tethering off of my phone, which Verizon's not going to be happy. But so the GoPro file will be a lot smaller. That's one of the things, one of the reasons for using it. I am using my phone to record the audio, so the audio should be as good as it normally is when I use the phone as my video camera. I was gonna have both recording at the same time, but again, since I'm kind of limited in my bandwidth, I didn't want to go trying to upload a big file using the cell phone. First of all, it would just take forever. Come on, people. Never-ending parade. Something I always wondered about the school buses and you know, fuel tanker trucks. They always stop at the railroad crossings, and I always thought that was kind of dumb. I mean, I can understand if it's an unmarked crossing, where, you know, but especially the ones that have gates. Can't tell you how many almost rear-end accidents I've seen because you got a truck suddenly stopping in the middle of a four-lane interstate, or a school bus, it seems to me, or a metro bus. I saw a metro bus do it today coming out of Cincinnati. It seems to me it's a lot safer to trust that the signal gate is working and there's no train coming than it is to trust that somebody's not going to rear-end you at 60 miles an hour. But on the other hand, I guess one kind of crash is probably going to be less severe than the other. A train hitting a bus would really suck. That's something you don't see every day. I'm going to take my steamroller out for a drive. What sucks is I'm going to be behind him probably all the way through. The parade behind him. On a positive note, I don't even know if I haven't done a video for a while, and life's been crazy. I moved, and it's just been one thing after another. But last beginning of beginning of the winter, I think. I picked up a, all right, where are you going, buddy? Straight across, I'm signaling, what are you doing? And now I can't go because you're a dumbass. Thank you, sir. Picked up a 1982 Suzuki GS 1100. It's basically been sitting in the garage. And when I moved, I took it up to my friend Chad's house, Rat Race Losers, and you guys maybe remember him from some of my other vehicles. Some of my other videos. Wow, that was a flip-flop there. He's pretty good with electrics. He's more than pretty good, actually. And it was some kind of wiring problem. Ground, fried at ground, and it just, a bunch of smoke come out of the main wiring harness, and I thought for sure we'd cook some stuff, but so when I moved, we transported it up there, and when it's Saturday, we got it running. Either I'll put a link in, or I'll insert the video into this video. I don't know which way I'll do it. It's only 30 seconds long, so it might be easier just to edit it into here. Basically the grounds were all fried. Looks like a main ground burnt through, and then the current tried to find another way to path to go, and it just sequentially fried other grounds. Or maybe it happened the other way around, and the little one started frying, and then it eventually fried the big one. I'm not really sure which way it happened, but regardless, we basically cut out all the bad wire, put new grounds in there, put the battery to it, put some fuel to it, and it lit right off. So, pretty happy about that. Need a little work still. Front tire needs to go on it. It's unseated, and I think the bead is slightly damaged. So what we might do is just throw it, but the tire's in good shape, and it matches the rear, which is also in good shape. So what Chad had a great idea, is why don't just put an inner tube in it. That'll fix it. And the tire on it says for tube or tubeless, so I think that's going to be what we do. And maybe try to get it to seat and fix it the right way, but if there's any kind of a slow leak at the bead, I'd just soon put a tube in it and be done with it. You know, it's not a crotch rocket. I'm not going to be carving corners at 45-degree angles with it or anything, so I'm thinking a tube, and you can call it done, just like he suggested. And I kind of bought the bike on a whim. You know, I did some quick research when I saw it for sale, and most of the research showed that it was a really good bike. It's fucking fast. I mean, I've ridden faster, but in 1982, it was, I believe, the fastest motorcycle made. It's running low 11s or high 10s in a quarter mile. That's fast. For 82, you can imagine how fast that was. Mine's only the 8-valve motor, not the 16-valve motor, so it might be a little slower. But regardless, it's going to be pretty fast. I just don't know whether or not I'll like the riding position, you know, it's too heavy. And the only reason I really bought it was so cheap that I figured if I could get it running, I could resell it, worst case. And if I couldn't get it running, there were parts on it that were worth more than I paid. So, anyway, but give it a try, see if I like it. Hopefully I do. You know, this steamroller guy really needs to move to the right. This is a 2-lane road, essentially. And he's staying to the left instead of to the right, where people can pass him. There's no reason for that. There's a whole lane. I mean, it's not labeled as 2 lanes, but it's 2 lanes. Why the hell he's not all the way to the right? got to get where he's got to get to, but he could easily be in that right-hand lane instead of having a half-mile backup behind him. So hopefully this weekend I can finish up with the bike. We left the wires, you know, we just did a temporary wiring job, just hooked all the grounds together just to see if it ran. There wasn't any sense in putting it back together all pretty and neat if it, you know, if something else was bad. So need to take it all back apart, solder it, put it in wire loom. We decided to use split loom instead of wrapping it. Go here, of course. I can't figure out why he keeps slowing down and speeding up, though. If I was so inclined, I'd pass on the right. But that would be not right. How far they drove. You know, he ought to pull off and let some of the traffic go by. He's got a really far way to go, too. Maybe they should have put it on a trailer and, like, towed it there. ran the red light too. He was halfway in the intersection before it turned green. The rules of the road don't apply to him. He's in a big piece of equipment. Come on, dude. No fucking excuse for that. You know there's a pile of cars behind you. You could have pulled off and let some of the traffic go by and then pull back out. Just fucking common courtesy. Fucking go. This thing's been acting weird today. Foot flat on the floor and it just sits there. What the hell that's all about? Is there restriping? He might have been doing, putting tar down, covering it up with white stuff there. That's weird. Never seen anybody do that before. So yeah, I moved. Not living in Florence anymore. I moved about 20 minutes north. Got a beautiful view of downtown Cincinnati. I don't really. Wasn't really my first choice. I would much rather have lived farther out in the country, quite frankly. But rent's about half, and a pretty nice area. It is a beautiful view of the city. You see the top deck, the top section of seats of the Great American Ballpark. And a little backyard, and mostly what I was looking for was just a basic place to live, but someplace that had storage, and it's got a basement, so I can put the bikes and all the stuff that was in my garage, I can put in the basement rather than have to pay for a storage facility, which would have cost me like over $100 a month. So when you add it all together, it's kind of nice, and let me tell you, it doesn't suck being 7 minutes away from work. No traffic, it takes me 7 minutes to get from my house to the yard where I pick up my truck. In the morning, if I go through town and it's through traffic, it's maybe 10 or 12 minutes. But so far I'm liking it pretty good. I'm going to start riding the scooter to work. When summertime comes. It's been a little cold in the morning to ride. So, and I need to figure out how to store the scooter either on the street, lock it to something, or around the back of the house and put a security camera or light up. The area is not a bad area, but you leave something out for somebody to take. It's always a chance. So, because one of the problems with the scooter is, you know, it takes me 7 minutes to get out the door, hop in my car, and drive to work. But to take the bike, I got to go around the back of the house, open the basement, get the scooter out, lock up, get my gear on. By the time I get on the road, I could have been like almost to work or at work already. So I need to figure out a way to make it so I can come out the door, put my helmet and my jacket on, and hop on the scooter and go, or the motorcycle or whatever I choose to take. So got to work that out. And like I said, it's been a little cold in the morning, or when I'm coming home, to even bother with it. But it's all back. I can take the scooter to work because it's all back roads. I can take all back roads right through Newport and Covington, run across the Clayway Bailey Bridge, and that drops me right on Guest Street, right close to where I work. So it'd be nice taking the scooter to work and getting to 70 miles to the gallon instead of in the 20s. Hopefully this video turns out okay. It's been so long since I used the GoPro. I actually tried to do a video, maybe it was Friday, and I had a 4 gig. The GoPro will only take a 4 gig card maximum, which gives me like an hour and a half or so of recording. And so I had a 4 gig micro SD in one of those adapter things, put it in the GoPro, and off I went and tried recording videos, and it wouldn't record. And I don't know what the hell was going on. So when I got home, I checked it out, and I take that same card, stick it in an adapter, put it in a card reader, put it in, to the computer, and it doesn't see the thing either. So I tried 4 or 5 different adapters, because when you buy those little micro SDs, they come with an adapter. And tried a bunch of different adapters. That didn't work. So then I thought, well, maybe it's the micro SD card itself. So I tried I had an 8 gig SD card laying around. I tried that one and all of those same adapters, and it didn't work either, which is really weird. And somehow I've misplaced my other reader. I know it got put in a box, so I know it came to the new place, but I don't know where it's at. So I'll have to find it and try that one. But so all I had left was some 2 gig regular full-size SD cards, so that's what's in the GoPro right now, and that's what's going to limit me to about a half an hour. Still love to get a Hero 3 Black, but it's just not in the cards. Work's been slow too. Of course, it's been terrible timing for that. I was moving, needed money to move, and just everything, a bunch of expenses all at the same time, and I guess the concrete has been slow. One of the other drivers was telling me that the concrete business was slow up north because of the weather. So they had some of those guys coming down taking our runs, and I've been off. Last week I was off 1 day. The last month and a half I've been off 1 or 2 days every week, and it just cut your pay by a third, and that doesn't help. So so far so good this week. So I'm hoping that since the weather has been a lot better, that some of the construction stuff will get going, and then we'll be back to full normal business for us. Else is going on. You guys know I got a Jeep. Or maybe you don't know. I Like I said, it's been a while since I did a video. I apologize. I've just had too much stuff going on to really mess with it. But I guess a couple weeks before I moved, I picked up a '98 ZJ, a Laredo 5.2 liter V8 all-wheel drive. Picked it up for $500. Reverse doesn't work, or not very well anyway. And the tires are kind of bald, windshield's cracked, and it's missing the front bumper. But all the stuff inside works: power windows, power locks, heated seats. The air doesn't work. The air conditioning system's got a leak, but all the stuff that normally breaks in the Jeep works. So found the original window sticker and the owner's manual in the glove box. So I think it was probably taken care of, you know, in its early life, and probably abused a little bit in its recent life. So yeah, the reverse thing, I think there's a clip in the transmission. There's some kind of circlip that can crack and fall off, and it'll make reverse not work. I'm hoping that's it, because the forward gears work perfectly. You know, the color of the transmission fluid's good. So eventually need to pull the pan and take a look, see if there's any parts. And the viscous coupling in the all-wheel drive is bad. So it hops and bunny hops when you go around tight corners. So pulled the front drive shaft out, and that stopped that. But other than that, it runs good. Oh yeah, and there's no exhaust on it. Some jackass at the dealer, somebody cut the catalytic converter off of it while it was sitting at the dealer where I bought it. So I rigged up a center section of pipe to connect the two, and which worked fine. But the other day I hit a big ass bump, and I guess one of the clamps had come loose, and off it fell. So it's open header again. And again, with the work being slow, I'd like to fix it the right way. Get the cat back on there, and the muffler's kind of shot anyway, so just everything from cat back. A couple $100. But I don't have emissions testing in our state anyway, so in the short term, what I might do is just stick a muffler on the end of it, run some flex pipe out to the side of the vehicle to get the exhaust out from underneath the car, and just drive it that way for a while. And check engine lights on, because the second O2 sensor is gone, but it doesn't affect the way the car runs, and we don't have emissions testing in Kentucky or Ohio, so I don't really care. And you know, with the other, I don't want to put a whole lot of money in until I get the transmission thing worked out. That's the primary thing. If I can get reverse working, you know, then I'll start putting some more money in it. But until I get reverse figured out, I want to try to keep the expenses on it low. Because I mean, I bought it for $500. I could sell it for scrap for that price. So I didn't see I could lose a whole lot when I bought it. And it runs great. It's actually pretty quick. So yeah, the ZJ, and it was a godsend when it was worth the money I paid just to help me move, because I was able to, we put all the big heavy crap on a trailer and move that. My friend John, the Ninja 600, his dad had a trailer and a big Ford diesel pickup, and we moved him on Friday and moved all my heavy crap on Saturday. And then I still had a month left, so over the next couple, 3 weeks, I just took the small stuff out, emptied the garages, and the Jeep made that a lot easier. You can carry a lot more stuff in the back of the ZJ than you can in the Miata, you know? Or borrowing someone else's car, which is a pain in the ass. The GoPro is going to stop recording any time now, so there's no sense of use, and I can't really tell when it stops. So you guys have a good day, and be safe out there. If I think of anything else, maybe I'll start another video. Talk to you later. Bye. ES1100, and it's running. Had to do a wiring job here, my friend Chad. And it's still all hanging out. We haven't put it all back together again. We just wanted to get it running first. It's running rich as hell, and it's a little rattly when the idle drops too low. And it doesn't want to idle correctly yet either. But yeah, it's been sitting for a while.